everybody. Thank you for joining me. My name is Marina. I will be guiding you through a beautiful yoga flow this Monday morning. I want to thank everyone at the studio with me as well. If you could get into a comfortable seated position and start closing your eyes and taking some deep, deep breaths. A few more as we slowly transition into a nose breathing. That you should sustain for the duration of your practice. And a minute can feel very different depending on what we're doing. So today, I'll invite you to do a 1 minute silent meditation here before we start our practice and see what a minute feels like to you this morning. So we'll start now. Did that feel like a lot? Like a really long time or like a short amount of time? And let's slowly open our eyes, rub our palms together, warm up the hands, bring it to heart. Take some deep breaths. See what intention comes to mind as you prepare to set one for this class. Let's bring our palms together and take a cleansing breath followed by the sound of Om. First, a cleansing breath in. Welcome. Let's start bringing our arms side to side and see if we can use our breath. Inhale and go to the other side. See if you can bring more air into the lung, the upper lung. And try to bring your gaze up so that there's a slight twist as you begin to awaken the upper body. Next time you come up, we'll bring both arms up. Inhale, bring it all the way up, and let's go forward. See what this feels like, what your rhomboids feel like today, the back of your upper back and your neck. Make sure your sitting bones are still on the ground, that you're not overextending your shoulder here. Good. And let's slowly walk our hands back and bring them behind us as we bring our bodies into a slight backward bend. And try to bring your chin up and your gaze up towards the ceiling. Puff your chest up. And you can tent your fingers behind you if you want to protect your wrist a bit more. Good. And let's bring it back to center. And from here, you're going to come into a yogi squat. See how your hips feel here first. We're going to do the same general movements that we just did, except in this pose. If this is already enough for you and your hips are tight, this will be great for you to start your practice just spending some time here. Otherwise, let's take those side to sides again. See what changes here and see if you can maintain that integrity on your spine. As you go to the opposite side, make sure the opposite foot is really on the ground and stuck to the ground and helping you maintain and give you that opening on the hip. And from here, we go up to center, rise all the way up, and move forward. Here you can tent your fingers. See what this feels like. And take some breaths here. On an exhale, begin to walk those hands back, all the way back, until you can lift your hips up. Tilt your head back if this feels good to you. Push those glutes up, start to awaken them. Good. And let's slowly bring it back to center. As we get onto our table and prepare to take some cat and cows. And we look up, look all the way up, gaze towards the ceiling. And when you exhale, your entire spine curls, your tailbone curls for your cat. And do this in your own time, following your own breath. You inhale for cow and exhale for cat, but at your own pace. Do it 4 more times. When you lift for cat, you're really pushing the heels of the hands down, helping create that strength, that curvature. Good. On your next inhale, and when you have a neutral spine again, you'll find our table, and you're going to bring the right leg out to the side as you lift your body all the way up. From here, bring your right hand on your right thigh, lift your left arm up, and come to the side. Bring your body to the right. Look to the ceiling. See if you can use that bottom hand to help twist you towards the ceiling. Good. You should be feeling on your inner right thigh as well. Let's bring it all the way up, and we'll switch our legs out. Bring the left leg out, left hand along the side of that leg, right arm up, and lean to the left. And with each inhale, you're lengthening that spine. And with each exhale, you are twisting further, as if you're changing a lamp with that upper hand. That will help you create that twist towards the ceiling. Good, and let's bring it back to center and back into our table. From here, push it up into downward dog. It's your first downward dog of the day. So relax, find length, pedal them out, pedal your feet out, see what this feels like. See if you can loosen your neck more. Take as much tension out of your neck as you possibly can here. Make sure your index fingers are parallel. And then the next exhale, you're going to bring your knees to a hover just 2 inches off the ground. Inhale, and with an exhale, push it to a plank. And we're going to do that 10 times. Push it up into downward dog. Hover the knees. Exhale, bolt forward. There should be speed as you transition to the plank. Downward dog. Hover the knees and push forward. Downward dog, hover the knees, push forward. Integrate this with your breath. Let it help you. Five more times. Two more. Hover. Plank. Last one. Hover. Plank. And in your plank, stay here for a couple more breaths until you lower for chaturanga, dandasana, upward dog, flip your toes, downward facing dog. From here, kick that right foot up. You may open those hips. Draw some circles with that top knee to one side, to another side. If flipping your dog is in your practice, you may do this now. Just open those hips. And from here, square your hips and kick that right leg close to your right hand. We're going to tent our fingers first. Find a lot of strength between both legs, and that's really what's going to give you the strength to rise up to an airplane lunge. And breathe. And come all the way up into crescent. And twist to the right. Two more breaths here. Come to center. Come all the way down. Kick that right foot back. Downward facing dog. Open the left. Kick the left foot up. Do those luscious circles with your knees, with your left knee to the left. Flip your dog if that's in your practice. to the right. I have some beautiful flip dogs here in the studio. Such an amazing pose. When you get back, square those hips again. Even if that leg doesn't kick as high, that's okay. Make sure the hips are squared and kick that left foot to meet the left hand. Here, tense your fingers, create a lot of strength between both legs, and rise up into airplane lunge. Notice the back foot. The back heel is not on the ground here. From here, all the way up into crescent. Stabilize. 2 breaths, and twist to the left. A lot of strength on that back leg. Make sure it's straight. It's a micro bend, but make sure there's power there. 2 more breaths. And come back to center. And bring that right foot to meet the left here. And we're going to start with a beautiful tree pose for our balancing today. From here, bring your weight to your left foot. Right foot comes up. You can twist it open and leave it anywhere except on your knee. Here, or if you have a Bikram practice, you can do this. And from here, your hands can also be in a variety of locations, depending on how much stability you need today. Transcend. Great. And let's bring some movement. See and strengthen those tiny muscles in the bottom ankle as they get challenged by this movement. Good. From here, keep that right leg up and bring it all the way back for airplane. Your back foot is flexed. You're really trying to form a T. Two more breaths here. A lot of strength on that bottom ankle. Good. And let's bring it back. Great job. We'll do tree on the other side. Again, you may open that hip first and then decide what kind of challenge you're up for today. And breathe. Can you bring that right hip in a little more? Right, so it's not collapsing. A few more breaths, and let's bring some movement. Three more breaths here. Your toes are really suctioning on the mat like a frog. And And that's going to be important as you get ready to transition to your airplane. Hinge on that front hip, square the hips, and try to create a 90-degree angle between your leg and your upper body. Good. One more breath. Then bring both feet down and find a forward fold of your choice. You may choose to bring your hands to your elbows, shift from side to side. May be more comfortable to have your feet wider than hip width here for your first forward fold. Good, and let's bring it up vertebra by vertebra as we circle sweep our arms all the way up. Hands to heart center. And let's bring it down. Take a vinyasa all the way down. Hands on the floor. And let's bring it all the way to a downward facing dog. Directly. Take some breaths here. See how much space you found between your shoulders now. Does your neck have more space to take your forehead towards the ground? And let's take our right foot up again and kick it to meet the right as we come into our warrior one. See where your hips are. Touch your hips. See how square, whether they can look straight forward and whether they're looking a little to the side. If you need more distance between your legs to square your hips, that would be good. Good. And let's bring our arms all the way up for a warrior one. Take a few deep breaths here. It's usually a pose we just see in passing, but such an important one. And as you exhale, open to warrior two. And look towards your right hand. Can you relax your shoulders here? And with each exhale, can you bring a little more distance between your hips? And make that opening a little wider. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. And bring that right elbow to the right knee for a side angle. Look up. Make sure you don't collapse into that right shoulder. A lot of strength between the legs here. Good. And cartwheel our hands down. Right leg goes back. We're in a plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, Chaturanga Dandasana, all the way down, upward facing dog. Flip your feet, downward facing dog. Kick that left foot up. Bring it in to meet the left hand. Get ready for warrior one on the left side. Again, hands on the hips. See, where are your hips facing? If you need more distance between your legs to make them more squared, do that. A lot of strength on the hands and on the arms. Shoulders are relaxed, however. 2 more breaths here. And open up into your warrior two. Look towards the left shoulder. Can your shoulders relax a bit more here? With each exhale, try to sink lower. Front palm flips, reverse your warrior. 2 breaths here. Now bring your left elbow to your left knee for your side angle. Look up. Good. On your next exhale, bring it all the way up for a star, 5-pointed star. And from here, we're going to get ready to go into goddess. So feet are slightly pointing outwards, a lot of space between the legs. So you get ready to dip into your goddess pose. Don't go too low. We're going to be here a little bit. Make sure your knees aren't going past your shins, your ankles. And here you can use goalpost arms since they'll help maintain the integrity of your spine. Take a few breaths here. This is still comfortable for you. Try to remove the heels from the ground. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Let it shake. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Bring it all the way up into 5-pointed star. Take a few deep breaths here. We're going to do that one more time. On your next exhale, go post your arms again. Dip into the goddess. Stay here. And now for 10, heels off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bring it forward. Let's build our triangle here. So both my feet are forward. My back foot is pointing slightly outwards, as in the warrior one and Trikonasana. Here you can gaze towards the ceiling. There may be a micro bend on your front knee. Your back heel is strong. And here we will see what happens when we twist this to the other side. So on your next exhale, the left hand will go to the right shin, and you will flip to the back of the room or to the opposite side. So you had your right hand on the shin. You put your left hand on the shin and open to the opposite side. How does this feel? Two more breaths. Can you find more space? And when you do have more space, can you use that space better now that you see yourself restricted here? Good. Let's bring it back to center and up into our 5-pointed star as we get ready to do this on the other side. Exhale. Go down into your triangle. Notice all that space you have for breathing now. Take advantage of it. There may be a micro bend on the left knee. A lot of strength on the outer toes of the right foot. And then your exhale, you will bring that right hand to the left shin and twist for a triangle twist. How does this feel? 2 more breaths. Good, and bring it all the way to the front of the mat. Circle, sweep your arms up. Hands to heart center. Few breaths here. Lower our heart rate. Find balance. On your next exhale, circle, sweep your arms up. Bring it all the way down. Halfway lift. Hop, skip, jump, or walk to the back of the mat. Find your plank for 10. Hold it here. Make sure your index fingers are parallel. Your shoulders are strong. 3 more breaths. On your next exhale, take your chaturanga, dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip your toes for downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. And on your next exhale, you'll hop, skip, jump, or walk to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, all the way down. Circle, sweep your arms all the way up. Hands down as we get ready to sit into our beautiful chair. So here, you may have 2 fists between your feet. Some like to do chair with feet together. It's a personal preference. Just make sure your knees aren't going out. So first, let's sit into our chair here. Arms have a lot of strength in them, but you may choose to keep them wherever is most comfortable for you. Make sure there's still a desire of your spine to be upright here. You're not tilting all the way forward. And here we will take it all the way up with our heels and bring it, pull in for dips. All the way up. And exhale, dip. Push those heels out when you go all the way up. Good, Shravya. Five more. Make those triceps work when you pull it all the way back. Last one. Good. Thanks. And here, I want to invite you to, I was looking for something that would work this part of the body. This is what I came up with. So, we're going to touch our heels. Yeah? Yeah? It's similar to marching, except it isolates that part of the hip flexor and glutes a bit better. Do you guys feel that? Or not yet? Little. It's a little muscle. So let's keep doing this. Faster or slower? Depending on how you're feeling today. Next time you kick up with the right foot, you're going to try to grab it with the right hand. But it's still opening out. Yes. So Amy, grab it from the inside. Yeah. Yeah. Can you feel the outside here now? Good. And bring that right hand up. That left hand up, sorry. And hold. It's not a dancer per se, because the foot is going out. Great. Let's do that on the other side. So there's a twisting movement. I'm grabbing the inside of my foot. The farther out I can push that leg, the more the side of the glutes and the hip flexors are going to work. Great. 2 more breaths. And let's find those chair dips again. So again, find your chair. Sit in it. Get comfortable. Sometimes it's helpful to imagine there's someone pulling you from the top of your head so that you can keep yourself upright more than in a skier position. You want it to be up a little. Yeah. Nice corrections here. And let's find those dips. Let's get lower. Look down, see if you can see your toes. That will mean you're doing it right. Three more. Make it good. Excellent. Close it out. And here, as we prepared with those hip flexor exercises, we get ready for dancer. So, top of your mat, shift your weight into your left leg. Bring your right palm out. If you can hold the inside of that right foot, bring that left arm all the way up. Make sure your knees are in the same plane as you get ready to hinge. Have a mudra in your front hand to help you balance. And find your version of dancer. And this is one of the poses that works strength, flexibility, everything. 2 more breaths. Transcend. Kick into that right foot. And bring it back. Excellent. Now on the right, put your weight into that right foot. Left palm grabs the inside of the left foot. Right hand goes up. Everything is squared. Make sure your knees are on the same plane. And find that suctioning motion on your toes. That will keep you balanced. Hinge. A mudra in your front hand may help you balance here, believe it or not. Find that toes growing from the back of your head. 2 more breaths. Excellent. Excellent dancers here with me today. 2 more breaths. And good. Bring it all the way up. Circle, sweep your arms up. Bring it all the way down. Halfway lift. Hop, skip, jump, or walk. And bring it to your downward dog. Find calmness. Find recovery. Good. From here, you'll take that right hand and bring it to the outside of your left ankle for a downward dog twist. Make sure the hips are squared. This is a great stretch for the rhomboids, the muscles on the top of our upper back that are so hard to stretch. And with each exhale, you're pulling more on that hand and creating that leverage and twisting towards the inside of your left arm. Good, and bring it to center, and let's do that on the other side. Stabilize, neutralize first, and on your exhale, bring that left arm out. With each inhale, you lengthen the spine, and with each exhale, twist more. Good, and bring it to center. Let's find that plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. On your next exhale, hop, skip, jump, or walk to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, come all the way down. Circle, sweep arms up, and bring it to heart center. Good. From here, bring your right knee up. Hold it with both hands. See how this feels. And from here, transition that foot into a crescent lunge. And we'll do that a few more times. So inhale, come all the way up. You can kick that right foot, bring it in. And crescent. Let's do that 5 times. Come up, kick it out. Hinge, balance, crescent. Inhale, kick it up. Kick it out. Hinge, balance. Kick it up, out. Hinge, balance. Last one on this side. Kick it up, kick it out. Hinge. Good. And bring it back to center. And keep your arms up. Let's do that on the other side. Left knee is now up. Let's do what we did on the other side first. Pull it in. Stabilize. Suction that bottom foot. Now let's bring it up. Kick it out. Hinge. Crescent. Bring it up. Kick it out. Hinge. Crescent. Kick it up. Kick it out. Hinge. Crescent. 2 more. Kick it up. Kick it out. Hinge. crescent. Kick it up, kick it out, hinge, crescent is this last one. Kick it up, kick it out, hinge, and crescent. You guys are excellent. Good, and let's bring it up to center to get ready for Nataraja. Here, balance, put your weight on your left side. We're gonna do the same thing we did just now. Bring that knee in. Make sure your spine is straight, and you can open to the right. Again, here, a mudra on your left hand may be helpful, and you can do whatever version of this that works for you. And it is just practice. 2 more breaths. And for those that are doing the full balancing, and let's try to challenge ourselves with 3 circles. And now the other side. Find grace in your balancing poses. It's always helpful. Let it go. Excellent. Back into center. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Find a neutral spine again. And bring your weight to the right leg. And let's do that pull in again in a way that neutralizes the spine. And where you already have that leg lifted. So this is a chance to neutralize the spine. And maintain that integrity as you open. My spine still facing forward. Find a mudra, your favorite mudra, to help you. Relax the shoulders. Excellent, Mary Ellen. And let's challenge this pose in our balance. So is life. And 3 more to the other side. Excellent. And bring it to center. Circle, sweep your arms up. Bring it all the way down. Sorry. Halfway lift, hop, skip, jump, or walk. And let's find the plank here. And now slowly bring all your weight to the right hand. And let's find our side plank. Here, if you need both feet on the ground, if you need elbows on the ground, if you need elbows on the ground, if your wrists are sensitive, but if you're feeling good, try to disconnect both legs. Can one not touch the other and you still stay up there? That's pretty good. And bring it all the way down. Let's find it on the other side. Many variation options here. Do the one that's most comfortable. But if it's too comfortable, disconnect those 2 legs. Yeah, great. It's that same hip flexor action that we worked on earlier. Excellent. And bring it all the way down. Here, we're going to come into our dolphin. So we want the elbows to be directly under the shoulder. My index fingers are parallel, and I'm pushing against the mat. And on your exhale, you're going to remove the knees from the floor. Similar to a downward dog with your elbows on the ground. But your neck is relaxed, and this is a preparation for the inversions. So it's a preparation for you to release all the weight from your feet. See the opposing force of your shoulders and your legs here. Strengthen the abs and try to take 3 steps forward towards your elbows. How does that feel? Couple more breaths here. This is a very challenging pose. Good, and bring your knees to the ground. Come into your child's pose for a second. Couple breaths here. And come up on your knees as we get ready for camel. So, knees are upright and you can have your feet flexed up behind you. If this pose, if back bends are difficult for you, you can stay here. If you want to go into a full camel, you may start reaching towards your heels with one hand or both hands. And the last thing that will look towards the ceiling is the neck. If the neck is not comfortable yet here, keep it looking forward. But if you'd like, stimulate the thyroid. Look towards the back of the room. Find space here. Squeeze your glutes. And we'll come back the same way we came in, very slowly. Bring both hands to your lower back. Have them help you. Bring yourself up as we get ready to do one more dolphin. So my elbows are directly under the shoulder. Index fingers are the only ones you need to pay attention to. They should be parallel. And on your exhale, bring those knees off the ground. And pretend if I were to be making hands-on adjustments, I would be pushing your upper body towards the back of the room. So that's the movement you want to generate. Except your legs also want to move in that direction, in the opposite direction. So create that tension for 2 more breaths. Can you take 2 more steps towards your hands? Find those triceps, find those biceps, and those shoulders working hard for you. Good, and bring it back into child's pose for 2 breaths. Good. And come into your downward dog. See if you can get your heels closer to the ground now, more towards the end of the class. Can you find more space between your neck, between your shoulders, more space for the neck? And on your next exhale, hop, skip, jump, or walk to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, come all the way down. Enjoy this forward fold. Make sure you're hinging at the hips and that your sitting bones are directly over your legs. Find a micro bend if that's important. If you feel that's necessary to protect your knees. Swing from side to side. Good. Let's bring it all the way up. Circle sweep. Hands to heart center. And let's get into mountain pose. Find a couple breaths here. Find space. Good. So we get ready to do our eagle. Hands all the way up. Your right arm is going to come under your left. Good. And now bring that right leg out, up, over, and around. If that's not available to you, you may stay here. Find that balance. A couple more breaths here. This is such a challenging pose. But I have some good eagles here, so let's try to nest. Let's try to nest the eagle. See what happens. And bring it up. Excellent work. Wow. And release. Hands to heart center. Can we do that on the other side? Let's see. Arms all the way up. Left hand, left arm under the right. Make sure these hands are already mobile and shoulders aren't too low and collapsing here. Put that weight on the right leg. Bring the left leg out, up, over, and around, wherever it allows you to go. And you're directing the left knee towards the lobby here, because we really want those hips eventually to be squared towards the front of the room. Beautiful. On your next exhale, let's nest. Good. And bring it up. And ego release. And let's take a final chaturanga towards the ground. Circle, sweep your arms up. Bring it all the way down. Halfway lift. Hop, skip, jump, or walk. Take your chaturanga all the way down. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Excellent. And from here, bring your knees down. And let's bring our backs to the ground. As we get ready to do some ab work. So here, lift your legs up all the way up. Arms are by your side. Breathe here. If you have a wall at home, you can use it. Stay here. And now bring your hands in your occipital region. And as we have our shoulders up, we're going to bring each leg up and down, one at a time. There's nothing happening in the upper body, just some shaking maybe. But the legs are doing the work. And let's do it for 10, 9, 8, and each side is 1, 7, 6, you got it, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. And here, swing your knees from side to side. You can have your arms alongside your body. Make sure both your toes are parallel to each other because we're going to go up into a bridge. On your next exhale, lift the glutes off the floor, push up. Make sure those toes are extremely important in this posture. They're really digging into the ground because that's what's helping you give you the extra lift. If you want to interlace your fingers under you, your hands, if there's room for you to do that. I have an athletic crowd with me today in the studio. So we're going to lift the right foot up off the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find center. And let's do it on the other side. Left foot up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's bring it all the way down. Feet come up. Let's do another set of those abs. Prepare hands in the occipital region again. Make sure you have an orange or what feels like an orange between your chin and your chest. So don't collapse that chin. And let's go down. 1. Let's do it for 10 again. I'll count. You just breathe. 3, 4. Help each other breathe. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it all the way down. Swing your feet side to side, your knees. Do stuff that's comfortable for you. And now we're going to get ready to you can do another set of bridge, or if you want to get adventurous and do a wheel with me, I would love that. So for a bridge, as you know, you have your arms alongside you, and you'll lift the glutes off the ground more and more. For a wheel, you can bring both your hands by your shoulders. You have both, make sure the positioning of the foot is right. So both feet are parallel to each other as if you were about to do a chair with those fists between your feet. And here you're going to inhale 2 times and exhale. And on the third inhale, you'll push it up. So and push it up. Same movement on the toes so that you have those glutes pushing up. Same as in bridge. Keep the neck and the head beyond the arms, the arch of the arms. For 1, 2, and let it go. You can bring the back of your hands together when you do this type of posture. Can be really helpful for recovery. Good. On your next exhale, we're going to bring it all the way up for some deep hamstring stretches. So here, both legs are straight. You may have a micro bend on your knees. Bring your arms all the way up. Pretend someone's pulling you from the top of your head so that the bottom and the top of your body are there's a lot of space there. And on your exhale, you bring it all the way forward. You want your chest eventually to get to your knees, but most importantly here is that your knees are protected. And again, that same rotation of the toes that we've been talking about that will help you create more space for the belly button to get to the top of the thigh here. This is a great posture to use your belt, use a strap, and maintain the integrity of the spine without overextending the shoulder. Excellent. 2 more breaths. See if you can find a little more depth here. Excellent. Now bring it all the way up. And you're going to pretty much stay in this position, except you're going to tilt back and put all the weight on your lower back, on your glutes here. Can the leg be straight? Can you be straight? Can the spine be straighter? Pretend someone's pulling you right from the middle of your chest. Don't let those shoulders collapse. 2 more breaths here. You're doing great. Exhale, bring it to that forward fold again. We're going to do that one more time. Find that forward fold. And next time we're going to row the boat, if that's available. Two more breaths here. Find depth. And let's tilt it back into our boat again. Can this boat be rowed? Is there water in the canal? Or are you going to have to stay still? Yes. Wow. You guys are doing amazing. Let's do it for 10. I'll count. Good. One more time into that forward fold. Release. Now when we go up, you're going to grab, if you can, take these two fingers, loop it around your big toe, each big toe. When you come up, or you can do it after you come up, and you are going to open up your legs, holding on to the big toe. This is hard. That's okay. If you row back, it'll be funner. If the toes are too hard, grab the knees. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You guys are looking good. Good. Yes, excellent. And bring one of those legs in. The other stays out, all the way on the ground, straight. And you're going to look towards the one that is folded, but you're going to lean towards the one that is straight. Good. That top arm doesn't need to reach necessarily for the foot, but it'll help you generate the twist you need. Are both sitting bones on the ground? They should be. This is excellent. Opening that right body.
Right side body. Can you reach that upper hand farther? More strength. While you create that leverage, create that twist with the bottom elbow. And let's bring it all the way up. Let's find that balancing again. Whatever version you found for you will be good. What makes you shake here? People have longer legs, shorter legs. I have short legs, so I can reach, but if you need a strap, it'll help you maintain a good spine in this posture. Excellent work. Bring that left foot in, the right goes out. I'm twisting towards my left foot completely, but then I'm leaning towards the right foot. Both sitting bones strongly on the ground. The right elbow creates the twist, while the upper body helps it. Pretend you're changing a lamp with that upper hand. Can you create a little more of a twist in the upper spine? One more breath here. And bring it all the way down. Let's bring it all the way down. Your head's facing front of the room and feet facing the back. Find some deep breaths here. Bring both your knees in. Hold on to them. Massage your internal organs for when removing pose on both sides. You can swing from one side to another if that feels good to you. And eventually bring that right arm out in a T. And the left arm will guide your knees to the left side for a delicious twist. Here, you just need to make sure the right shoulder is on the ground and just unwind. If the left ankle can go on top of the right knee, that will generate more of a twist if that's a sensation you're looking for on the hip flexors and outer glutes. Deep breaths here. The hard work is done. And let's slowly bring it to center and find that on the other side. Look towards your left. The right foot can go on top of the left knee to generate more of a twisting sensation. Good. 2 more breaths here as we get ready to prepare for our final Shavasana. The hardest pose of all, because we struggle with things that are predicated on an effortlessness. So just create effortlessness in your body. Find comfort. Fix your clothing in a way that doesn't irritate you. Close your eyes. Find a natural rotation of your feet. Bring your palms up. And let's see what a minute feels like now. Great. Slowly start wiggling your toes and your fingers, opening your eyes. Come into a fetal position on your right side. Let the blood from your heart flow and flush your body as you get ready to start your day. Slowly, you can finish your practice lying down, or you can come into a comfortable seated position of your choice. Bring your heart, hands to heart center as we prepare to finish our class with the cleansing breath followed by the sound of Om. Cleansing breath. I want to thank all the incredible athletes with me in the studio today and everyone online. All that I am bows to all that you are. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, guys.